What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man. And today I got y'all with a lob threat build, man. It's gonna be at the power forward position, and this is gonna be one of those builds that is pretty dominant on offense. The defense isn't gonna be great, but it's gonna be good for being like a corner, on the 2-3, or maybe you can play the small ball 3 if you want to in the park. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the build. You can judge it for yourself. Let me know what y'all think about the build down in the comment section, man. We're gonna get right into it. So with this build, you want to start out with the height. We're going 2.04 meters, 95 kilograms for the weight, and with the 218, or actually we're gonna go 219 wingspan. And with the body shape, that is completely up to you. All right, we're gonna start off with the finishing, because with this being a lob threat, of course this build is gonna have plenty of finishing. So with the close shot, we're gonna go up to an 86. This build kind of reminds me of like an interior finisher on a couple 2Ks ago on current gen. It reminds you of that, like the blue and the green pie chart, I guess. And with the driving layup, we're gonna go with an 82. The driving dunk, we're gonna go with a 92. So you'll be able to get most of the contact dunk animations. You just won't get posterized on Hall of Fame, which I really don't think you're missing out on much. Gold is pretty good. All right, with the rest of the build, we can go with an 87 for the standing dunk, almost maxed out. We're gonna leave post control alone for now. Mid-range shot, we can go up to an 82. And then with the 3-point shot, we will also be going up to 82. Pretty much maxing it out. As long as you get an 80 on either mid-range or 3-point shot, you do get that sniper on Hall of Fame, the most important badge for most builds. So with the free throw, we're gonna go with a 68, which isn't quite at the threshold, but as long as you know your free throw timing, you'll be fine. I use Klay Thompson. I know a lot of people use Giannis. Check out 2K Labs. They got all the good free throw releases. For the pass accuracy, we can go with a 74. Ball handle, we can go with an 80. So this build will be able to get pro dribble moves. This build will be pretty decent at actually driving with the ball, as well as going up for those lobs. It's called a lob threat for a reason. But all right, with the interior defense, we're going with a 72. Perimeter defense, we're going with a 77. The steal is not going to be crazy high. It's going to be a 62, but that is going to be more than enough to get silver interceptor, which is pretty much all you need to play the corner on a 2-3, or if you're playing back in a 3-2. This build does have enough defense to be able to reasonably guard a big, and it's really not that short either, so it'll be decent in the paint. With the block, we're gonna go with a 69. Offensive rebound and defensive rebound are both gonna be around a 70, with the offensive rebound actually being a 70 and the defensive rebound being a 71. Now for the physicals on this build, we're going to max out speed. This is a big man, so you don't need all the acceleration, but you will take the strength, 47. The vertical, we can go up to an 80. You need that to make sure you maximize everything as far as the contact dunks go, catch and oops go. You want to make sure that you have that vert, and then put the rest of everything else on stamina. You end up with an 87 stamina. Go ahead and look at the takeovers on this build. We do get a few different takeovers. We got finishing, shot creating, sharpshooting, playmaking, which is not a bad takeover spread for this build, but make sure that you pick the takeover that match your play style. I'm gonna say it again, make sure you pick the takeover to match your play style, as well as when you go through choosing these badges, make sure the badges make sense for you. This build could be pretty solid, but if it doesn't match your play style, it really wouldn't matter. So we got the Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, and Kenyon Martin. Shades of or comparisons. We can go ahead and test the build so I can show you some of the badges that you need to put on this build. So with the finishing badges, man, we're gonna start out by putting Lob City on gold, man. We obviously, with this build being a lob threat, it would be almost disrespectful to not put Lob City on the build, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna put Slippery Finisher on Hall of Fame. We're gonna put Posterizer on gold. Gotta have fast twitch as a big. It is a lovely thing to have down there. Limitless takeoff, we're gonna have that too. We're gonna put Unstrippable on silver, and Fearless Finisher goes on bronze. If you feel like you're missing anything else, or you want to use this build for a little more finesse, all you got to do, take a little bit off Limitless Takeoff, and maybe put that on Acrobat and a little bit on Pro Touch, and it'll be good to go. All right, now time for the shooting, and this is probably where I would use those extra badges, just because every build is a little bit better if it can shoot better. Or I mean, you can either use them here, or you can try them out on defense. The build is not really like, you know, crazy defensively, so I mean, you know, if you feel like you're missing a little bit there, that's what I would suggest. Stop and pop, of course, will go on this build. Any build that has like a high 3-point rating, in my opinion, and can dribble, stop and pop will be a very good badge for you. It'll definitely create, you know, those matchup nightmares as far as in the park. If you do play the small ball 3, you'll do very well, you know, off the stop and pop, because a lot of bigs, man, they be out there stuck in the mud. And I'm gonna do slippery off ball on gold, and the reason for that is, let's say you set a screen and you roll into the goal, you want to be able to catch that lob, so you want to kind of like make sure a lot of people can't really like make you feel like you're stuck in the mud, you know what I'm saying? So you set that screen, and the off ball movement, if you use the right stick, bro, people sleep on that. If you use the right stick to do off balls, you can actually get like little freezes on the defenders. So that's something that you should probably think about if you plan on making this build. Quick first step, that's a must, hyperdrive. The only reason I'm putting that on this build, the only reason why I'm putting that on this build, hyperdrive, is because this build does have pro dribble moves, and you'll be able to move, you know, kind of quick. You want to be able to beat a lot of those defenders off the dribble. Triple threat juke. I know this is a badge that I haven't really touched on much, you know what I'm saying, in any of my videos, but I would put that on this build just because, you know, like I said, big men are already slow. If you can get that stun off the triple threat move, it'll make you godlike against those slow big men already. Or even if you got a low guy on you, the freeze for it just works great. I'm gonna put glue hands on gold for this build, and then with the last two, I'm gonna go ahead and put a bronze unpluckable and the bronze handles for days, just to add a little bit of stamina to the build. Like I said, this build isn't crazy defensively, but one thing that you could do for this build is use those extra 6 badges. That'll give you 23, which wouldn't you know, be bad at all. Sorry. For this build, I'm gonna go ahead and put brick wall on, because I would use this build to set screens. In all honesty, use it to set screens. It'll be crazy in the screen and roll game. Off ball pest, I want that on Hall of Fame. You know, interceptor, put that on silver. Go ahead and put rim protector on. You will need clamps on this build. That's where the 6 badges will come in. You know what I'm saying? You can get those 6 additional badges, or at least 1 more, or 2 more, so you can get clamps to silver. That'll definitely make the build next level. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, man. It's your boy Don, and I'll catch y'all next one, man. Before you roll out, make sure you check out some of my other videos on the channel. I got plenty of them. But all right, man. Until next time, peace.